How much do you think is a tenth of the world's population? Around 700 million people? Well, that's how many people ESPN tallied while watching the 2010 FIFA World Cup finals. There's an estimated amount of 200 football leagues and tournaments around the world. More than 270 million official sportsmen are playing football professionally at the moment right now. Football has tons of players that just play for the enjoyment of the game too. Not all of them do it for financial benefits. Football is the most popular sport in the world. I know some of you might be disagreeing with me. You might be thinking that maybe basketball is more popular than football, or maybe American football is more popular than football. But no, it isn't. While the Super Bowl had the attendance of 103,667 people in their 17th final, the FIFA World Cup Finals in Brazil in 1950 had the attendance of 199,854 people. Imagine that. So many people. While in the 2013 NBA Finals in the Game 6, they recorded a huge audience of at least 20 million people. In 2010, the FIFA World Cup Finals had the audience of 700 million people. Compare that. How many people? You might be wondering why. Because football is the most popular sport in the world. Did you think that 200,000 people would waste their money on buying World Cup tickets if they didn't even like the sport? Do you think 700 million people would turn on the TV and turn to ESPN to watch a game of football and they don't even like it? Why would they do that? They wouldn't. Football definitely has one of the largest communities of viewership around the world. Football has a total of 207 national teams and about 200 professional leagues and tournaments around the world. All of this includes an astounding amount of players. Football has the privilege of hosting 207 national teams, with all of them including at least 17 members in their squads, giving a low estimate of 3,519 players playing for their respective nations. There are about 200 leagues, with each league containing about 15 clubs, giving a low estimate of 3,000 professional football clubs worldwide. That's not all. There are more than 270 million official professional football players in the world. Each player is given a salary by their club. Now just wait and think about it. 35% of the world's population play football for a job. All of them do it for financial benefits, in this case. Just think about it. 35% of the world. It's a lot of people. And 270 million souls is 35% of the world. And all of them thrive on the thought of football. If the previous two reasons are enough to convince you that football is the most popular sport in the world, then you should also note that there are more than 1 billion people around the world that play football on an amateur level. Several of us are in this room right now. He plays football on an amateur level. He does. So does he. And so do I. Well, I do everything I can every single day of my life to make one more person in that 270 million people. There are leagues in Delhi, like Delhi Youth League, that give the chance for young footballers to showcase their talent and prove to older people that they're not going to be squashed on by their intimidating size and strength. There are also training clinics in India, like Youth Football International, which is a very good clinic, and Educate, which train players to their fullest capacities and make sure that they get a spot in the national teams and football clubs around the world. 3 out of every 4 clubs around the world have their own youth academies. In the youth academy, there are people that range from the ages of 5 to 15, and all of them have the chance to showcase their talent in matches against other professional teams, like national teams like Luxembourg and Bermuda and all of them. There are also those who didn't get the chance to, or they didn't choose to professionally play football, like Mr. Coleman. He plays amazing football. He has one of the greatest stamina I know in my life. He can keep running and he'll never be tired. Even there's an amazing middle school teacher named Mr. Handy. He played football for the Harvard University team, and he turned out to be a math teacher. Well, I wouldn't choose that option, but it was he's amazing on the field. It's like watching a magician performing tricks. Football, this point proves that young or old, you cannot run away from the game of football. Everyone is even in the game. Everyone loves it. Football is the most popular sport in the world because it has the largest viewership community in the world, the largest amount of professional players in the world, and a huge amount of pre and post players. I believe now all of you have learned that football is the most popular sport in the world. Not baseball, not basketball, not American football. Football is the most popular sport in the world. Thank you for your time.